All right, WWE 2K25 underground match. Let's get it. Rhea versus Roman. Mommy, always on top. WWE she can get on top of me anytime. Lord have mercy.
Hey, it's Dale here from IGN, and I'm joined by Derek from Visual Concepts. Derek, how you doing?
Doing great.
We have got something very exciting today. So we're going to be checking out a full match. We're actually going to be playing against each other. Full match of the new underground mode in WWE 2K25. Obviously, you're playing as Rhea Ripley today. We'll see who I'm playing as. What's the background? How come you chose
Mommy versus the OTC?
Underground is a match type that's gained some more recent prominence in NXT. And we always want to try and choose a match type that's going to really have some different combat in it. And Underground with no ropes on the ring poses a bunch of different questions about like, how is the match going to work? What's going to happen when you interact at the side of the ring? How are we going to handle all the people standing around at ringside? So we saw those as pretty fun challenges, as well as just the visual look of the match. When you watch an underground match in WWE programming, the lights are darker. You get this really cool entrance presentation at the beginning. And so we just thought this would be a really cool visual and something that is a nice change of pace from your standard matches.
That's true. I dig that. I like the underground when they tried to do it. When Shane McMahon first brought it in.
I suspect there was a lot of complications when it came to designing this mode. I imagine that was your first hurdle.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we still had the specific superstar entrances, like you're seeing with Rhea and Roman, and have it kind of seamlessly transition into the motions that allow them to enter the ring without the ropes. And there's also just a different presentation in terms of how the match is announced that we'll see in a bit, with them standing in the ring together with the ring announcer.
Also the lighting as well, like, so obviously you've seen underground matches recently in NXT as well, and the idea is it's almost like Fight Club-esque. It's low lights. It's down and dirty.
Yeah. And
it's backstage kind of vibe.
And another big challenge was, and I guess we're demonstrating it here, is underground matches tend to be in smaller arenas, right? Especially with NXT. But we want to provide for customization for the players. So you can take an underground match all the way to WrestleMania.
That was so generic.
We still want the arena to have those special cases where it's a special dark lighting, where the ring mat is black instead of what color it was before. So that's something that comes along with the match type when you take it into any arena.
That was MMA Fighter 1.
So
Entrance 1.
Some of the unique presentation.
When he got down to the rim.
Absolutely.
You could just tell.
We always love an opportunity to really introduce the match when it has unique rules like this, utilizing the rules card like they do in programming. And I love the way that this introduction has turned out. We get to kind of have a stare down, as well as kind of acknowledging the crowd as they're called out by the ring announcer.
Or submission. Introducing first, from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's.
When did she get tatted like that? Was she always tatted like that? If anybody know in the comment, let me know.
So we see all these nondescript people around the ring, although that one looks a little bit like Jamie Noble in the background.
It definitely
it's
does.
Interesting hearing who people see in the faces of these ringside.
Did you ever consider like using other wrestlers there? Or?
No, we didn't want them to necessarily be other wrestlers, because the point is that it's more like the Fight Club feel, where it's the people kind of closely around the match, where you have this kind of claustrophobic feeling of no escape from your opponent. But of course, there is escape, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
She can live from it.
So,
okay, so
what were the complications in
scale.
like the lumberjacks and stuff?
Oh, well, we've never had this many characters in a match before, right? So it was a huge challenge to figure out like what style of character we're going to be able to support, how many we could have around the ring, and as we'll see in a moment, they're not totally tied to the edge of the ring. They're going to move around based on what we do. And that was a huge amount of effort, is figuring out the right behavior of them moving and not being too distracting, but also staying close. And I think we landed at a really good spot, especially with the ability for them to kind of go transparent in the case that we get too close to the crowds.
So how long had you been conceiving having Underground as a match type?
We'd had our eye on it pretty much since WWE started introducing the match type. It dates back to, I think it was Raw Underground
2023,
a while back. It's one of the challenges has been knowing like how are we going to handle the ring combat, and so it was talked about for many years in a row, but it was never prioritized. And last year we just realized like now's the time to do it, especially now that the bringing it back.
Why not?
And I think we have the tools, we have the technology now to try and handle something like this.
Was there any particular hurdles in building this mode that like the average person might not consider?
Absolutely. I mean, one is just having to redo how combat works at the edge of the ring, right? This brand new teeter state where people are kind of maybe falling off, maybe not falling off. It was an opportunity for us to add a lot of moves that we've seen happen in games, but not had the easiest way of implementing. For example,
nice reversal.
running spear or attempted spear right off of the apron. It's a really cool moment.
I've got to say, there's immense satisfaction when I managed to pull that on you, somebody who I imagine has played this game quite a few times.
Yeah, all right, I'll turn it on. Now that you mention it.
Roman, like, look at, like, he only did a few moves to her. And look at all that damage he's already done. She had an advantage most of the match. She got him down to half green health. And then just a few moves from Roman. He already got her in red.
Playing nice, but now here we go.
Their opponent and tossing their opponent like they're nothing. I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that.
Oh, weave, stupid, weave. Weave.
Obviously, there's a lot of wrestlers that are high flyers and they use the ropes, they climb the ropes. This has a significant impact to their movesets in particular. How does it affect them?
Right, so access to the ropes in the corner is obviously not there. So a character who had a lot of moves relying on the ropes in the corner is going to have to be creative about how they're going to approach the match. We also have fallback moveset slots, alternate moveset slots for the core moves, those signatures and finishers that you normally would rely on in the case that, similar to like brawl environments where there's no ring, we have alternate moves to your character to perform. So you're never going to be without a signature or finisher, but maybe you're going to have to utilize a move that you're not used to. You still are going to have access to it. I can actually pause and show the example.
Sure.
So we have a move screen that shows all your character's moves. And if you look down here, we see what your ringside and underground assignments are. So for Rhea Ripley, I actually have access to a lot of the same moves. Roman Reigns doesn't have the drive-by drop kick, right? Because it utilizes the corner, but you still have the Superman punch available to you.
He could still do the drive-by. Why though?
Has a core set of signatures and finishers so they can use to finish the matches.
And how do you finish matches in the underground mode?
Good question. So underground is not a standard match type. Pinfalls don't exist. So we have submission and knockout as the two main ways to win. There's also no countouts. So submission is classic submission, though we do have a new submission game available this year. And knockouts has received a total revamp. There's this dangerous state that you can see. And actually, we're about to witness it. I went for submission instead. So
and then Roman has the guillotine. So this is actually not a bad matchup, like as far as the rules of the underground match, because they both have a submission finish. Roman with the guillotine choke, and then Rhea with this anchor thing.
So the triggers are gonna control this is the new
reverse
submission
full
system.
leaf clover, whatever you call it,
Right
standing reverse full leaf clover.
Oh, I see. I see.
Escape.
Oh,
But
she tapped Roman. That's crazy.
It's gonna be very challenging for you to escape with a slider submission. So submission is one example, or when you're in that danger state, a finisher will finish you off unless you can reverse.
Look at mommy. That character model is fire. They really put a lot of effort into the character models. I got to give them props for that. These character models look amazing. Even the NPC.
So that was a resounding victory for you here, but we're going to play another game here just to make sure we see everything that this mode has to offer, or this match type has to offer. I see you straight back into destroying me again, so I really appreciate that.
I think one thing I think is worth checking out is the barricade dives. As you know, without the ropes, it's pretty easy to get to ringside in this match type, which means it's easy to set up a barricade dive.
All right, let's throw you out there and then let's try it. I'm sure you might reverse it. But, oh no, here we go. Okay.
So go ahead and there's a nice ledge dive, and then try climbing that barricade the same way that you normally would. And you can walk along the barricade, dive off of it.
I gotta say, it's very Roman Reigns.
Yes.
How about that's not in his bag.
Oh, okay, good.
You can keep his balance though.
Okay, that's nice.
So dive right off it. So you have standing and grounded dives as well. Yeah.
So there's still weapons under the ring. Is that's
There are still weapons. Yeah, you're
gotta have the weapons under the ring.
This is a DQ match type, so the referee won't be particularly happy if you hit somebody with a weapon.
Should probably put it down then, because I don't want to get disqualified. What about the ring posts as well? Are they utilized?
Great point. Yeah, the ring posts and the edge of the ring have all new interactions. So we've seen this teeter state.
We saw that in the first match.
Me and get brand new animations, and the ring posts as well have special interactions. If you drag or carry or Irish whip your opponent to the ring post, you can slam them into it. So here's an example of a nice ring post attack, which sets you up perfectly to go for a ringside dive, of course.
Outside, big time risk pays off.
The daredevil in you comes out when you take risks like that.
Setting up for something here.
We have new interactions for throwing somebody up onto a ledge. So you have more ability to take your opponent where you want to. And that's not just for underground matches. This extends to brawl environments as well.
That's a nice addition.
What would you say, like, I know we've spoke about some challenges already, but what was the biggest challenge, the thing that struck the fear in you?
Well,
I like the physics on that.
It's been a pretty big challenge for the game, and knowing that we wouldn't want to shy away from it, right? We didn't want to implement a version of this match that doesn't really, like, avoids the issue and just kind of utilizes invisible walls. We wanted to really lean into it, and so I was worried about how this feature would pan out, and I couldn't be happier with it. I find delight every single time somebody pulls off a ledge.
I've got to say, it feels extremely smooth getting in and out of the ring as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's no.
And I mean, that also just bleeds into the characters at ringside, right? Like, there's so much potential for chaos, but I think the way that they've landed is really nice, where you get the feel of the crowd surrounding the ring, the hype of having people standing right over you, but they're not constantly getting in the way, and they don't interfere with the match in the way they shouldn't.
All right. Well, I think maybe we should let the audio play out for a bit, and let's just keep this match going and see who wins. Probably you.
Let's get to it. Let's get active. Now you have my play-by-play commentary. I think these people in the crowd is like staff in the background, because that definitely looks like Jamie Noble back there. That looks like the dude from Hot Tub Time Machine. This guy looks like Christian.
No muss, no fuss on that delivery.
Maybe it's fans that won a chance to be in the game.
Much longer than it has to. She gets around the attack, looking for more damage here. Release back suplex. Ouch.
Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it's
Riptide.
from here.
Let's go.
Kick to the gut by Rip.
He has him up the Riptide. Yo, she makes a pump handle slam look so good, because that's just a regular move. I remember that was Road Dogg
Obviously,
finisher.
this is the first time
the
you've
pump
used
handle slam.
the underground match type.
She does it so fire,
anything
though.
you didn't get to achieve that maybe like you can see another iteration down the line, so where you'd like to go further with the mode?
Absolutely. So as with every time we implement a new match type, we have to pick and choose, right, where we're going to put our effort into the year. We definitely have thought about, could Underground support more than 2 characters, right? I would love to see what a triple threat or a fatal 4-way Underground match would look like. Special guest referee is another example, right? We have special guest referee in many match types. We don't have it in Underground, but like I could totally see us getting that. So I think this is a great new foundation as well.
She reversed Superman
I thought
punch.
I had you then. I was ready to line up for the Superman punch, but no, you beat me to it.
No, this is a good back and forth here.
Yeah.
I love the neck breaker. That's such a fire move. I would definitely do the neck breaker. I used to do the neck
So
breaker
obviously
when I
we're seeing a
wrestled.
bit of intergender gameplay
My
as well.
playground
First for the 2K series?
association.
It is, yeah. It's, we were really happy when we got the green light to go ahead at this. This is something I've always wanted to see in the game. I think it just completely opens up your roster and the kind of matchups you can create. As well as, you know, there are many wrestlers on the roster who've participated in intergender wrestling before coming to WWE. So it's a way that you can kind of celebrate their history in wrestling as well. So being able to represent that in the game has been a delight.
WWE has had intergender matches before.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you could do that.
You gotta watch it when you're at the edge of the ring.
Kick to the back.
China had the Intercontinental title before. Come on now.
Guys, we may need to move soon.
Clearing off the announce table.
Can't DQ, but you know, there's nothing to stop you putting me through a table.
Announce table. I was just doing a move, and the table happened to be there. I wasn't utilizing the table against you. That would be ridiculous.
Feels like you're going to
dive, riptide through the table.
I know I don't have a finisher, but I can at least. Oh, but you do. I've set you up for a good announce table finisher.
Hey, there we go. This is the moral victory, even if I lose.
Uranagi. She's
so
dead.
now I'm in that danger state that we talked about.
Yeah, sure.
The next finisher or powerful move will knock
next
me
power
out.
move
But if I can
should-
pull off a reversal, and
should
reversals
smoke
are
her.
harder when I'm in the danger state, then I'll be able to get out of this position.
And finishes have to take place in the ring. Is that the case?
For knockouts, it doesn't matter where it is.
Okay.
So you can
Let's do a heavy
pull off
move.
that move anywhere.
Net breaker.
So yeah, the reversal windows are definitely harder when I'm in this position.
I'm feeling quite confident right now, but I know that's gonna famous last
There we
words.
go. Oh, but you reversed.
Oh, weave, stupid. I like how they
Just gotta
added
get to
that, the weaves. That was
Superman
so
punch,
cool.
I think, and then I'm feeling confident right now.
That's good. And signatures leading into finishers is a good combo for that.
Disdain for his opponent.
Ooh, ah.
to stumble head first into danger. Good.
Oh, she reversed it.
Into a brutal clubbing blow. Kamigoye. Kick to the gut.
Round into a neck breaker.
So outside of the underground match type, what's your other favorite addition to
Wow.
Oh man, I'm really excited to bring
Superman
special guest
punch.
referee to so many new match types. You know, tag team matches, Hell in a Cell. Bloodline Rules is our other brand new match type this year. Is just chaotic,
Oh, she reversed
hilarious fun. I never get tired of playing a Bloodline Rules match. And the third-person camera
the signature moves.
is
Let the
something
chair
that
drop.
we can show off for a one or solo play, right? When there's
Oh,
only
she
one
got him
person
flat. This
playing
Riptide
at a
might be
time.
over.
It's really cool to be able to control the camera and look any direction you want, and really just kind of direct the wrestling combat.
Well, congratulations.
Called
As
it.
expected, you really, but I'm still taking that moral victory of putting you through the table.
That was a
so-
great spot.
Yeah. Thank you so much for explaining a bit about the underground match type. It's been fascinating. I can't wait to get more time in it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Such an incredible display of technical prowess in this underground match. Blistering strikes, contorting holds, and absolutely malicious intentions. Everything you'll love to see.
That was cool. That was cool.
And the third-person
that.
camera is something that
And
we can show off.
I like the intergender matches. Like if you have a powerhouse woman, she can go toe to toe with a powerhouse man. So, of course, it's a video game, so you have to do a little bit of suspension of disbelief that Rhea wouldn't be throwing around a guy like Roman, lifting and throwing up around a guy like Roman Reigns so easily. But again, it's a video game, so we must suspend our disbelief, and that looked cool to me. That looked really cool to me. Now you can have all types of matchups that you always wanted to have without having to get the PC version and download mods. You could do intergender matches, which is what people have been doing and stuff. So you can get even more creative with your match types and your storylines. I hope that does extend to the storylines, like the universe mode and the GM mode, to where you can have like feuds with guys and girls, you know, as we've seen in WWE and many other promotions throughout the years. One that comes to mind is Tessa Blanchard and Bully Ray, and Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan. Like, those are some recent, like, kind of long running feuds between men and women. I know Tessa Blanchard, we know she's controversial. She's back now in TNA, so I know it's a little controversial, but yeah, this is dope. I like that. That was cool. Like, the physics behind that, and I'm pretty sure getting that technology down took a while. Like, I commend them on that, on moves like that. Granted, that's another suspended disbelief thing, because obviously in real wrestling, they would never throw somebody like that from ring to the bottom like that. That's higher up. That's a lot higher up than you think, you know? So, yeah, but that was dope. Definitely looking forward to playing this, and I'll be copping this when it come out next month, I think. I believe it comes out next month. But yeah. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, all right? So you already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.